Hello everyone and welcome back to Runescape. We'll be getting the last quest of the free server, which is Dragon Slayer. The evolution of combat, or whatever you call it, update happened, and now my stats are all wonky. Like, for example, I'm now apparently level 62 according to the new update, when I was 30 something before. I do like the new sheathing of the sword and shield. I have to say I do like that. But otherwise, I haven't paid much attention to it. I know there's like abilities and stuff I can use besides regular combat now, but at the moment I'm not particularly worried about those. And here we have the last lodestone of the free server, Edgeville. Edgeville's kind of out of the way, and there's no real reason to go here besides for this quest. It's pretty much just a stop along the way to the wilderness. Which the wilderness lies right beyond that way. It's not very far at all. We begin to talk to Oziak, or however you pronounce his name. We ask him if we can buy a rune plate body from him. He asks us how we know he has some. Obviously the guildmaster told us, so we'll go ahead and give him that answer. He seems down, as the guildmaster seems to always send him so-called heroes to bother him, telling them to give him a quest. He says the rune plate mail is only for heroes. We tell him to give us a quest to prove ourselves. The quest he gives us is the slay the dragon of Crandor. And he tells us not to bother him until we defeat the dragon. We ask him how we can defeat the dragon. He tells us to go back to the guildmaster at the Champions Guild. Alright, and that will be the start of the quest. We must first go back to the guildmaster, which is right outside of Varrock, I believe, although I don't remember which side of Varrock the lodestone's on. Is this the side I need to be on? I can't really remember, to be honest. Wait. I think this was the side, because I don't believe the side that X's out to where Romeo and Juliet's house was. Or Juliet's house was, is near the Champions Guild. Actually, I think it's right here. Yeah, this is it. Alright, we begin chatting with the guildmaster. We tell him that we talked to Ozarek and he gave us a quest. He asks us what quest we got. We tell him that he wants us to defeat the Dragon of Crandor. The guildmaster seems to not enjoy that idea. We begin to ask him about the dragon. 30 years ago, Crandor was a thriving community of a great tradition of mages and adventurers. Many Crandorians even earned the right to be part of the Champions Guild. One of their adventurers went too far, however, and descended into the volcano in the center of Crandor and woke the dragon Alivrag. He must have fought violently against the dragon, because they say to this day she has scarred down her side. But the dragon still won the fight. She emerged and lay waste to the whole of Crandor with her dragon fire breath. Some refugees managed to escape on fishing boats. They ended up on Remington and set up camp, but the dragon followed them and burned the camp to the ground. Out of all the people of Crandor there was only 3 survivors, a trio of wizards named Thalzar, Lozar, and Melzar. First, we'll need to get to Crandor. The island is surrounded by dangerous reefs. We'll need a ship. We'll also need protection against the dragon's breath. We asked him how we could find the route to Crandor. A map exists, but it was split into 3 pieces by the 3 wizards. Melzar built a castle on the site of the Crandorian refuge camp, north of Remington. He's locked himself up, and no one's seen him in years. His castle is like a maze, populated by undead monsters. The guildmaster decides to give us a key to the maze. Zelzar was the most paranoid of the 3 wizards. He hid his map piece and took the secret of its location to his grave. If we're going to find it, we need the Oracle's help on the Ice Mountain, near the Black Knight's fortress. Lozar was killed by goblin raiders, and one of the goblins probably have the piece of map and is located in the goblin village. Only a ship made to the old Crandorian design will be able to navigate through the reefs to the island. If there's one still in existence, it's probably in Port Sarum. We also need a captain that's willing to go to Crandor. Whoops, I already did that one. The Duke of Lumbridge has a special shield in his armory that is enchanted against Dragon's Breath. That's actually pretty much the easiest thing to find in this questline, is the anti-fire dragon shield, or whatever it's called. So you literally just have to go and ask him for it. We will focus on the ship first. Let's go ahead and buy it. This is the longest quest for the free servers, as you have to find like 6 different things. You have to find the 3 map pieces, find a ship, find a captain, and then find the dragon shield. Like I said, the dragon shield's easy to get, so that's not even a problem for me. I'm not even worried about that. The ship, as heavily hinted to, is here at Port Sarum somewhere. I thought originally it was over here. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was over here originally, but I think the monks, or was it the pirate that gave it to me? I don't remember. So I think the monks traded places with it, maybe. He doesn't have anything to trade. Okay, it's somewhere here. It's not the monks, I know that for sure. To be honest with you guys, I've never actually completed this quest. And I'm the guy that has a Runescape account that's almost 10 years old. But nope, I've never actually completed this quest. I've gotten as far as getting to the dragon. This guy tells us about a ship here that is damaged. We ask him when it'll be seaworthy. Since the shipbuilders here aren't very efficient, it's not going to be anytime soon. We ask her why she's damaged. It's just years and wears of tear. The Lady Lumbridge is an old Crandorian fishing ship, the last of her kind. we're going to buy her, as it is an old Crandorian ship, and it is for 2,000 gold. 2,000 gold should be pretty easy to get. As you can see by that repair hold menu that just popped up, there is a hole in the side of the ship. He tells us about a captain that's retired that lives in Drainer Village and is desperate to sail again. So let's go ahead and take a visit to Drainer Village and find this retired captain. We begin to talk to Ned. We ask him if he could take us to the island of Crandor. He asked us wherever we wanted to go again. He seems shocked like all the others, but he realizes that it's the chance to sail a ship. He decides he'll do it for us. Unfortunately, at the moment, our ship is not seaworthy. We'll also need to give the map to Ned once we have it. So now we have our captain and our ship. We must also repair the ship, which we'll get to a little bit later on. In fact, repairing the ship, I think repairing the ship and getting one of the map pieces in particular are probably the hardest of this quest chain. The other two map pieces are not very hard to get at all. Well, one can be, but you'll see what I mean, because it's the first map piece we're gonna get. We're gonna head on over to Goblin Village and find out about the goblins that hoarded Lozar's map piece. I think it was, or was it she? Yeah, it was she. Lozar, I think it was Lozar. Was this church always here? I don't remember that being there before. Of course, I rarely ever come to Goblin Village. Okay, I think it's the leaders we have to talk to. Did they change this place up again? Because it looks different again. Yeah, this definitely looks different. We ask him about if one of his numbers have gotten a part of a map. He tells us about a goblin named Wormbrain. We ask him where he is. Wormbrain steals too much and he got caught. Now he lives in Port Sarum town jail. Well, we just came from there, but I do believe we need to hear where he actually was for us to be able to actually get the map piece, so let's head back to Port Sarum now. Alright, where's the goblin at? Here he is. We begin to talk to Warmbrain in the cell. We ask him if he has a piece of map. He asks us what we'll do for him. Now here's where it branches off. You can either kill him with ranging or magic or a halberd, or you can pay him 10,000 coins. I'm going to pay him 10,000 coins just because in order to get the map piece, if you killed him, you would have to have level 33 magic do telehand or whatever it's called, so you can grab the map piece from out of the cell. Otherwise, there's no way of getting it. And since I don't train magic pretty much at all, I had to pretty much just decide to pay him off the money, which probably is actually an easier solution since you can pretty much get... You'd probably have 10k by this point, even just by the School of Fortunes like I did, basically. So that's one map piece down. We have 2 more to go. Like I said, that was the one that is relatively easy if you have the money. Okay. Here we are, working on our second map piece. We are going to talk to the Oracle on Ice Mountain now. First, however, I will tell you what you're going to need for this particular, what you should have so far before, you go to the Oracle. You need silk. You need a lobster cage, you need a wizard's mind bomb, and you need an unfired pot. The silk you can get in Alcarad very easily. It's like 3 gold pieces. It's kind of hard to find the vendor because he doesn't show up on the mini-map. But just look around for him. I think he's towards the entrance of town. The lobster cage you can buy at Port Sarum pretty easily. The wizard's mind bomb you can get at Falador at the tavern there. The only thing that you actually kind of have to work for is the unfired pot, which you probably have to make. Unless you can find somebody to make it for you. Or buy it, but I don't really know how many people would have unfired items to have for no reason. Luckily, Barbarian Village has pretty much the easiest way of doing this. It has a well, which softens up the clay for us. Oh wait, I forget exactly. Yeah, the pod is 1. Why is it not letting me choose a pot? Oh, wait a minute, I'm an idiot. I forgot about the thing that I came here for. Is that there's these pottery stuff here, like the potter's wheel, which allows you to make stuff like the pot and the bowls and the pie tins. Alright, now we have everything. Let's go ahead and head to Falador, which is closer to the Ice Mountain. First, however, I almost forgot about the silk. Like I said, he is That's odd. He's somewhere around... He's somewhere in front of a building. I know that. Thing is that you don't usually use silk for anything. So it's really rare for you to ever have to find him. I think he's right around here somewhere, actually. In fact, I think that's him right there. Yep, it is. And there we go, we have everything. Now let's actually go to Falador. There we go. I'd almost forgotten about the silk, and that would have been horrible. Let's go ahead and get our running back up, because we're going to have to basically run all the way up there. Yeah. The entrance to Ice Mountain right over here. Alright, we tell her that we're seeking a piece of map to the island of Crandor. Map's behind a door below. Rendering is rather tough. This is what you need to know. You must use the following stuff. A drink used by a mage, some whirring string to change the sheet, a small crustacean cage, and a bowl that's not seen heat. So we have all that. I hate how quick running goes out. I think it has something to do with how much armor you're wearing too. Alright. The door, as you may have seen it a couple times, if you ever come down here, is right over here. It's actually a really neat looking door and a neat looking area over here. It looks like something that would come out of a Zelda game. It's like one of those like boss doors or something. You just have to use the items that you have into the door. Ah, shoot, I messed up. I got an unfired pot instead of unfired bowl. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Let me grab another piece of clay. I don't know how much crafting I need for a bowl, but I can't imagine it being much. Wait, what is this? Oh, I had on other. I need on objects. Oh wow, bowl is actually level 8. I think that's exactly what my crafting level is too. Yeah, it's level 8. So you may need a little bit of crafting with this, but at this point, since I've done basically no crafting, I don't know where that spin ticket came from. Since I've done basically no crafting, you should probably have about level 8 crafting already. Just from quest rewards. I really wish there was kind of a lodestone to Barbarian Village. It'd make my life so much easier just to have that center lodestone to get anywhere around here. Otherwise, I basically have to go to Drainer Village if I want to be anywhere close to the center of the world here. In fact, I don't know if it would be... I think this was actually a quicker way. If I had gone to Drainer Village, I probably would have had to ran a lot more. It's only going to take me like a second to do this anyways. I don't think you could ever actually fail at softening clay. I'd be amazed if you could. I know you could possibly crack... Actually, I don't think you can actually mess up on unfired stuff. I think it's when you put it in the oven it can mess up. Okay, it's finished. I brought extra clay just in case something did happen to the first one. But they both checked out, so... Let's go ahead and go to Falador, that's closer. Sorry about that, I actually did think it was unfired pot. I messed that up. But it was a short detour anyway, so I'm not too ashamed of it. Now it's time to open that door and find out what's in the chest inside. I don't have any running at all. It's annoying me so much. And with this, the door should open up.